Hi, I'm Chet Harding.
I'm Norm Lavalette.
And we're the co-founders and co-owners of Improv Asylum, a nationally acclaimed comedy theater that's also well known for its corporate training. Well, our corporate training is a little bit different than the other corporate training that's out there. We're not very touchy-feely, not going to be group hugs.
We've been there. We come from a corporate background, so we know that these can be situations where you hear training's coming up and everybody rolls their eyes. Norm falling! Fall on! We've been there, so that's why we've created our training to be a little bit different.
Yeah, and on the other hand, it's not just going to be a series of boring slideshows.
Next slide. If you turn your attention to slide 240, you'll see the keys to premium customer service are being dynamic and giving 110%. Next slide.
What we do is we basically have created an engaging, interactive program that gets people up and doing things, but it's very laid back. It ends up being very fun and funny, but more importantly, it leaves people with some skills that they can use the very next day and how they work together.
Improv Asylum's corporate training is unique and effective. The sessions incorporate principles of improvisation and apply them to everyday corporate challenges. Importantly, Improv Asylum works with you to identify your corporate goals and pinpoint existing problems requiring resolution before we conduct your training session. A program is then created to meet your needs and timing.
It's a unique way of addressing the same issues that I think a lot of people in corporate America get tired of, the same old, and this brings a whole different way of addressing very important issues. At the base of teamwork is trust, and I would think at the base of what improv does is trusting the people that you're working with, that they're going to be there to pick you up, and that collaborative effort that improv presents is the epitome of teamwork. So not only just doing it, but they're not only talking about it, but they're doing it, they're being it, they're demonstrating teamwork.
From the experience I've had with other training programs, I think there were a couple of elements that were very appealing for me in terms of using Improv Asylum. One was the element of comedy itself, and the fact that the students were immediately warmed to the idea of we're going to be learning something but having fun at the same time. And the second element that was really appealing was there was really, even though there was some direction with the exercises that were set up, the people that came and helped us out were tremendously flexible in terms of meeting our agenda, in terms of what I wanted to get out of the particular classes.
We can help with all kinds of different areas, from communication skills and teamwork to things like conflict management, presentation skills, brainstorming. We've worked again with all kinds of clients, and we get rehired quite a bit because the programs actually work and they're customizable.
Since we're a comedy theater, we can help you with all aspects of entertainment, whether it be producing your corporate event, your sales meeting, your awards banquet, writing your scripts, helping you launch products. We have the in-house capability from actors, directors, writers, and producers to handle any of your entertainment needs.
And certainly most everything we do ends up being kind of fun and funny, but it's also very effective.
We've worked for all kinds of companies, from Raytheon to Red Bull Energy Drink,
Gillette, Guinness, Dunkin' Donuts,
Harvard Business School,
the Fleet Center, Mass General Hospital, the U.S. District Court, all kinds of different companies in different arenas for all kinds of different things, from conflict management to communication skills,
to nonprofits to the military.
I think the best thing about working with the Improv, and what I got out of it, is it matched the complexion of our organization. It stretched us a little bit, but we started with a match. It fit perfectly for me. I would love to be doing more of this on a regular basis, and we plan on using Improv again. I'll give you a perfect example. We recently were lucky enough to be mentioned 120 times coast to coast in news broadcasts for this effort that we had. And when somebody asked me, whose idea was it? Whose idea was this promotion? I said, you know what? I can't tell you. I really don't remember, because we yes-and that idea to death. And yes and is something that we learned from the improv. Take an idea, yes, that's a good idea, and we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this. Perfect example of how the improv helped our business directly.
We originally began the relationship with the Improv Asylum here in Boston for leadership training for some of our senior managers. That has gone so well, and we've found such success with them since that we've now brought them to all parts of the country to work with our different managers throughout the region. And Improv Asylum has been very accommodating in that and supportive along the way and open to whatever ideas we have. And in fact, we even brought them out to Hawaii for our national meeting, which I'm sure they enjoyed. But we loved having them there, and it's great. We can't get enough.
Bringing fun into the workplace might seem like an oxymoron, that you should not be even thinking about that, but people know and leaders know that when you're having fun, you do your best job, and obviously when you do your best job, you're having some fun, so it plays on it. I think it's a critical factor in being effective at work.
Through hands-on, interactive exercises, Improv Asylum's training demonstrates how to build off others' ideas on the spot. Participants examine the power of saying yes versus the power of saying no, and are introduced to the concept of yes and, that is, to listen and truly understand someone else and then build off of that. The programs also explore listening skills and reading an audience, whether it's an audience of one or a full team, and how to communicate more effectively. Ultimately, participants experience how to build to bigger, better ideas and solutions merely by listening, understanding someone else, and then building off of that person's ideas. All of the exercises are related back to the specific group's focus, with the goal of providing concrete skills to reach better solutions and to achieve more effective results, both as a team and with potential and existing clients.
I think fundamentally, the main benefit that comes from hiring Improv Asylum comes from changing the way people think about the structure of work and the tasks that they do, and having them understand that there are techniques and tools which will allow them to perform that work and do it in a different manner and lead to more creative outcomes. It also gives them a way to think about how to deal with uncertainty. We tend to be rather frightened of uncertainty, and in business schools we're a little bit guilty of essentially saying that you can analyze and plan uncertainty away. And in fact, that's not true. In the real world, uncertainty exists, and you need to find tools and techniques to deal with it, and deal with it in a way that gives you more creative outcomes. And I think Improv Asylum actually lets people understand that this can be done.
In our Red Bull organization, we have people that we call friends of Red Bull, whether they be athletes, whether they be event producers, people in the community that we work with that we consider friends. They're good people, and they genuinely care about us, and we care about them, so it's a good partnership.
Going into improv training, I had a concern that it wouldn't be right for everybody. I was worried about the shy accountants. As it turns out, those were the people who enjoyed it the most. They enjoyed being stretched a little bit and having some fun with their coworkers. So in the end, there were no concerns.
We have worked with all kinds of groups, including product development teams, sales staffs, marketing departments, engineers, financial groups, and teachers. We have also worked with cross-functional groups, bringing different teams together. Improv Asylum works with groups of all sizes, from 7 to 700, and we've run the sessions in all types of locations, from our theaters in Boston, New York, and LA, to anywhere in the world.
So check out Improv Asylum's corporate training and train your head to think on its feet.